Previously on Bravely Default 2, Horton, a Holograd spy, attacked the party using the monk Asterisk. Afterwards, Holograd's leader, Adam, killed Horton for failing him, Herb stomped the party, and took the Wind Crystal. Sir Sloan then sacrificed himself to let the party escape, and the party now must head to Savalon to find the next crystal. Alright, I think I need to head to the next town before I can start any of the new quests in Halcyonia, which kinda sucks.
The city is just up ahead. Savalon's ties with my own kingdom go back generations. I have made the journey here from Musa many times.
Any idea how the water crystal might have wound up here?
No, sadly. But I have no doubt that King Orion will lend us his aid in finding it, if the rumors Sir Sloan heard were true.
You okay, Gloria?
I am fine. Come. We must be on our way.
Huh?
Next stop, Savalon. I hope Gloria is okay after everything that happened. Oh, I've been meaning to ask you something, Your Highness. Me? Oh, of course. What is it, Elvis? I've not been to Savalon before. What's it like? You mean what are the taverns and food like? Right? Not a bit of it. I'm a scholar, remember? I'd like to get a thorough understanding of the place before I pay it a visit. I don't think you're fooling anyone, Elvis. Well, I'm not wanting to know about the I'm not wanting to know about the food and that, I suppose. What's it like? Savalonian food and drink, let me think. Well, one or two things did make quite an impression on me. I seem to recall a juice made from cactus and citrus fruits that was really rather delightful. Tart, but well-rounded. Wow, that does sound kind of delicious. I knew it. You want to know about our eating and drinking prospects just as much as I do. No, I don't. Well, I do. I didn't even know you could juice a cactus. Right? Great. Why don't we all go try some when we get there? That does sound nice. Yes, I'd like that. Alright, now we can finally get excited about hitting the desert. Let's get a move on, shall we? Yeah, let's do this. You ready, Gloria? Oh yes, all set. Thank you. They're such thoughtful people. Thank you, all of you. Might have been talking about food to distract her from Sloan. Bronze Bangle. 390 PG. Arrow in right hand, bow in left. Between the two, a heart set on hitting its target. This is the Hunter's Creed, my creed. A two-handed weapon, the bow enjoys greater power, but puts its wielder at the disadvantage of being unable to wear a shield. This is true, friend, this is true. And yet I still draw back the bowstring, my heart free from fear. This is what it is to be a hunter. No art is without its shortcomings, and knowing them, we come to know its advantages all the more. Remember this, he who looks downward sees not the bird in the sky above. Gotta have aggro-type characters to compensate, huh? Oh shit, is that a boss monster?
Let me at him! I'm going up!
May have to run from this. Anti-Fates. 2000, that's not a boss monster, but it is kind of strong.
My might knows no bounds!
Damn, I don't have any of those, but it's undead, so I can actually just heal it to death.
Be healed!
That was a piece of cake!
Flame Talisman. Nasty Surprise.
Let me at him!
Is that it? Only a single Undine? You're not gonna have a bunch of friends show up in the next round, are you? I guess not. Mithril Staff. Aha. That was a difficult one to find. Tent obtained. All just for a mere tent.
Come and get it!
Wait, this is a different type of monster. What the heck? Wiki Wiki? Oh crap. I just realized Must be a super rare monster that I can't defeat easily. Auto guard, but I don't have anything that's really good against it. Qui-Gon Wave, could that work? It didn't work. That was useless.
It's nothing. No big deal.
Dang it, I thought Qui-Gon Wave would have been a big brain way to actually win.
Nothing to worry
Let
about.
me Adam.
I was wrong. I was foolish. There must be some kind of defense ignoring attack that I could use otherwise, right? I don't know.
No big deal.
What's the plan? Yeah! More!
Perhaps, what is the trick here?
Nice! Nice!
What's next, I wonder? You better be ready for this.
What is the trick to killing that thing? Should be in some kind of bird section? I don't know. It's Wiki Wiki. Bird-like monsters are said to bring happiness. Extremely nimble and hard to pin down. Very resistant to everything. There are some elements I could use, but there's no telling when I'll ever encounter that again. Nasty surprise.
What's the plan? Yeah! Oh, another one! Who's next? Did you underestimate us?
Small experience orb. Doublet obtained.
And what of your own home, friend?
Not good, I'm afraid. The lower floors are entirely submerged.
Are we to be left with nowhere to live at all? What then,
You're about to be made homeless, you say? Ach, come on now. I'm sure it can't be as bad as all that.
Crikey.
What is it, Elvis?
Whoa.
Maybe Morbid City will be explorable after we get the water crystal? Savalon, an oasis in a desolate desert.
Well, it certainly looks like whoever took the water crystal came here.
It certainly does.
Alrighty. Best go and have a wee word with the king then, eh?
Is that really such a good idea, Elvis?
Eh? Why would it not be?
Well, he's an important man, and you have a habit of putting your foot in your mouth.
I know exactly what to say to the great and the good, thank you very much. I am the great and the good. Nobility, born and bred.
You're kidding, right? You.
Don't look so surprised. You think I've never mentioned it before?
You haven't mentioned it before. Do you think I'd forget something like that?
Really? Well, if I didn't, it's because it's not important. We're all the same underneath, eh?
I cannot believe you sometimes.
Look, don't be like that. But tell you what, I'll let you in on some noble knowledge by way of an apology. Kings, lords, emperors, all those sorts. They deal with more scheming and intrigue on the average day than most folks do in a lifetime. Which means they tend to be surrounded by backstabbers and spies. We need to be on our guard.
Like Horton. Adventuring tip 3. Ward lights and treats. Okay. Ward lights are supposed to prevent monsters from noticing me. But I can also use treats to force them into consecutive battles and get more JP that way. What is that? Wagon is enabled you to quickly travel from one place to another. It's free, really? Huh. Water fills the streets of Savalon, but life must go on. After all, we cannot abandon our city. It's the only habitable place in this entire desert. Can you see it? Can you see that magnificent house rising out of the water? Well, that's my house. I spent an enormous fortune on it, and now half of it is submerged. So I can only laugh, huh? Jinx, I'm sweating buckets here. Reckon I'm getting too old for this game, you know? Nonsense. I don't doubt that Sir Sloan would have crossed the sands with ease. Oh, or I didn't mean to complain. Still, a drop or two of rain wouldn't go amiss around these parts, eh? Well, there is a big... well, the city is submerged, so you can just drink that. No doubt that locals will agree with you. I believe the Savalonians say that a drop of rain is more precious than a sapphire. I suppose they don't see so many of them, eh? And they're not the only ones, eh? Heh. What's gotten into you all of a sudden? Well, I was just thinking about that story Sailor Boy here told us. About when the wind died down when he was out at sea and he got stranded in the doldrums. Bet you'd have given a sapphire or two for a drink of water back then, eh, laddie? Aye, compared to that, I've nothing much to worry about, eh? Gahaha. I suppose it is important to try and put things into perspective sometimes. Aye, that it is, your highness, that it is. You can actually access the boat from here. Wow. New quests. Oh boy. I'll follow you wherever you may lead, but please do not try to lose sight. Do try not to lose sight of the task at hand. No promises there. This is no good at all. Quest 13. Find the old man's gorgeous gold dentures. Mow the grass, except. They better be marked on the map, though. I have to actually use a Word document to keep track of this stuff. Yeah, this is no good. I need something that'll make me the talk of the town. Rocktail feathers. Except. What's a journey without a diversion or two, eh? That's where all the fun happens. So they're acknowledging that I'm going to a place I really shouldn't right now, in terms of story. Well, since we're here, we might as well take a look around in case there's anything we missed last time.
Ah, you've arrived just in time.
In time for what?
I was just about to tell Princess Gloria about my first ever encounter with Sir Sloan.
Yes. You'll want to hear the story too.
Sure, if that's okay.
Of course it is.
Sir Sloan and I first met over half a century ago. Foolish boy that I was, I had stolen out of the castle unaccompanied and become the target of a roving assassin. I would have certainly been killed had Sir Sloan not appeared at just the right moment and saved me from an untimely death. As a token of my gratitude, I invited him to come and stay with me here at the palace. During his time here, he told me countless tales of his travels to far-off lands. I was spellbound. And then there was his swordplay, his sense of honor, his dedication to truth and justice. Truly, we have lost a great man. I have decided I must visit his grave. But no.
What is it, Your Majesty?
I cannot go to his final resting place empty-handed. I must offer a tribute of snow lilies. They held a special significance for my old friend. Alas, they only grow on the shore of a certain lake north of here. A lake inhabited by a vicious monster.
You must let me go and fetch some for you, Your Majesty.
Oh, but Your Highness, It is far too dangerous for anyone to venture there alone. No, I shall command a deployment of troops to come...
I'll come with you. I mean, it's pretty clear no one's gonna talk you out of going. And besides, I'd like to pay my respects too. I'm gonna need some flowers of my own.
Thank you.
It seems you are both determined to go. Very well. But I would ask that you take care. You must not take any unnecessary risks, Your Highness.
Accepted. Gold dentures. That's them, you did it. You're my savior. I really can't can't survive without them. There we go, good as new. How about that? Don't I look devastatingly handsome with my sparkling gold-plated dentures in? What's that? I don't look that different? There's no need to be so biting. The tooth can hurt, you know? It's no good. I can't see a blessed thing in there. Okay, borrow a lantern. Accept. What? The full setup to make his investigations without a lantern? God, can't believe it. I made a point of asking if he got everything. Twice, in fact. So I can hardly leave him in the lurch, or in the dark, rather. Will you be so good as to go give him this? I'll stay here and go over the strongly worded debriefing I'm preparing for him. I don't want to leave anything out. Oh, marvelous. Thank you so much. Now I have all I need. With light in my sight, I shall have no trouble discharging my duties. Report back. Booster Bun. Quest 14 done. Ribbit, ribbit.
Oh! Yes?
Well,
Yes? What?
never mind. Watch out, guys.
Allow me.
Enormocrag.
No big deal.
Okay, good. He only hit Seth. Can I poison you?
Chewing this.
All right then.
Did he counter me when using... because I used a spell? What the heck? That's not good. I better slow down the battle, because it's hard to see all the counterattack messages otherwise.
I'll sit this one out.
I have to protect myself.
Come and get it. That'll do it.
Very well.
Okay, he's still good. Protect and shell.
Lend us your power. Woohoo! A little magical assistance.
That feels great. Let me at him. All right.
Okay then.
Yeah!
You're weak to lightning and knife, neither of which I really have. Vocal blast. Can't do it again. Tortoise kick. Firebird and Firebird.
Let's see how you deal with this. This should do it.
Counter when stats ailment inflicted.
That was close.
That is really annoying.
Time to take a step back. It's nothing. Come.
It has AoEs. Okay, target 75.
Wait for it.
Kiraga.
Great powers, restore you!
Nothing to worry about.
It's 3,000. Maybe I should go for it.
Oh, be ready for this.
Bandaga. I can cast that 4 times and hopefully deal some decent enough damage.
Primordial forces consume. Right in the soft storm of magic.
It does not inflict stats effects, so it is safe.
Aye, that'll do nicely.
We sure make a heck of a team!
Ah, here we are.
I can see how they got their name. They're as white as fresh snow.
Well, we have what we came for. Shall we head back to the palace?
Snow lilies obtained.
Let me at him. Sorry, pal. Hey, I'll drink to that.
Oh, they're perfect. They're brighter and more beautiful than I even hoped. They'll make for a truly head-turning gown. Now we just need to have it made. Will you be kind enough to deliver them to the tailor? I've heard tell about an absolute miracle worker somewhere in Savalon. Seek him out and ask him to get started.
Ah, there you are, and in one piece.
The monster is gone. And we brought you your snow lilies.
You did? Goodness me, I can't thank you enough. We will depart for Sir Sloane's grave right away.
Quick travel? Or do I have to escort him?
When I close my eyes, it all comes back to me so vividly. I can see the events of half a century ago as if they happened only yesterday. Sir Sloane once told me that he gave snow lilies to his wife on the day that he asked her to marry him.
He never mentioned that to me.
I somewhat doubt that he ever meant to let it slip at all. It was the only time I ever saw him blush. Hard to imagine, no?
You okay, Gloria?
Yes. I was just thinking about what snow lilies are supposed to symbolize. Returning to a loved one. They wouldn't be my first choice for a marriage proposal.
Perhaps not, but you must understand at that time, Sir Sloane's knightly duties often took him away from home for months on end. His beloved, alas, was not physically strong enough to accompany him, and she never would be. Given the circumstances, one can see why he might wish to assure his future wife that though he wandered, he would always come home to her. And assure her it did. She would have waited until the end of time and beyond, certain in her heart of his eventual return. And then, at last, he returned once and for all. And here they lie, together for eternity.
Sir Sloane rarely spoke of his wife during our time together. But he did tell me that she had passed away while she was still young, and that they had loved one another very much.
An understatement. Many's the time I felt envious of their bond. But I had better be getting back. Will you be accompanying me, Your Highness?
I think I'll stay a little longer.
I understand.
Quest completed. Win Talisman. Vernon the Lionheart. Tell me a little about King Vernon, Gloria. His Majesty, well, for one thing, he is a warrior of great skill, famed for his courage on the battlefield. There was a time a few years ago when a gang of bandits appeared in Halcyonia. He took up his sword and set straight out to face them himself, all 30 of them. 30? Whoa. That's what you look for in a leader, eh? Someone who's not afraid to put their life on the line and lead from the front. I can just imagine it, you know, old Vernon heading out to save his kingdom single-handed. And I'll bet he'd do exactly the same if it happened again today. He's not a guy you want to mess with. You can tell he's a bit handy, eh? He's that strong even without an asterisk. Oh, I can tell alright. Call a mercenary's intuition. You learn to size people up pretty quickly in this job. Aye, and Sir Sloan must have seen something in him too, eh? Guess you warrior types really can't sniff each other out. We should visit King Orion as soon as possible. It's imperative we act on the information that Sir Sloan gave us without delay. It takes 2 hands to wield a bow, but as a result its power is greater than that of a one-handed weapon. And yet its wielder cannot wield a shield, and so will suffer defensively. One must weigh all the factors when considering which weapon to use. For every upside there is a downside. This is what makes such tactical choices so compelling. Mithril tier. Crikey, a city flooded in the middle of the desert. It's quite a sight, eh? Another reminder of just what the crystals are capable of. What did Elvis say again? We need to be careful because the king tends to be surrounded by backstabbers and spies? It's not like him to worry about anything like that. Guess we really had better keep our guard up. Poison, blindness, sleep, paralysis, dread, berserking, confusion, charming, doom. As a seasoned traveler, you know of these ailments, of course, and of their cures. No matter how powerful you may be, it means nothing if you are rendered unable to exploit that power. Your enemy will deploy ailments in order to do just this. If you fail to make adequate preparations, you'll die. And there are other more esoteric afflictions beyond what I have mentioned. Such spells and salves may, as might be necessary to counter their effects may prove to be your greatest weapons. Since ancient times, Savalon has gone to great lengths to secure a steady supply of water. Eye-watering sums of money have been spent. Indeed, it was often said that water was the most precious commodity in the kingdom, and yet now we are desperate to be rid of it.
We wish to speak with the manager. Where is Lord Bernard?
Hey, folks! First of all, I want to say what a huge pleasure it is to have so many of you with us today. Thanks for coming out.
Is that Orpheus? The bard? Never mind your thanks. Tell us what you are going to do about the water.
People are saying it is Lord Bernard's fault. That the waterways he dug beneath the city are the cause of the floods. Is this true?
Mr. Orpheus, sir, could you please ask Lord Bernard to come and address the crowd? We simply wish to know the truth of the situation. Surely he owes us that much at least.
The truth, eh? Wow, that's a big one. But what is truth, really?
Less of the theatrics. Just go and get him, will you? We will not be fobbed off with an appearance from one of his lackeys. Hear, hear! Bring it out! Bring it out! Bring it out!
I hate to be the bearer of bad news, folks, but Lord Bernard can't be with us today. Look, I can see that you guys are pretty unhappy. It doesn't take an empathetic genius to sniff the discontentment on the wind. So how about I sing a little something to put your minds at ease? It's a future classic, I promise.
You had better be joking, minstrel!
She's the jewel of the desert, the city in the sand. She's pretty and pleasant, and her people, they are grand. Come on, smile and be happy, my June-dwelling friends, because the hard times you're suffering from, they're coming to an end. Oh, my heart goes out to all of you, and so does my song. Yeah, my heart goes out to all of you. Now please just move along.
Some kind of brainwashing?
He's right. We should return to our homes.
Yes, we must do as the bard says.
But, wait! Where are you all going? What in heaven?
Wowie zowie. They weren't kidding when they said these asterisks was something else. I brought the house down.
You're...
Whoa, Princess Gloria, is it really you? Have
I even seen you since the Musa days? It is an honor, a pleasure, and a privilege as ever, Your Highness.
Spare me your fawning pretenses. I would prefer an explanation of what you just did to those poor townspeople.
What do you mean? I saw some people in need of a little lift, so I sang them sweet, that's all. Anyway, what brings you to Savalon? Don't tell me they banished you from Musa too. No, wait, Musa got smashed to pieces, right?
Hey, watch your mouth.
Oh, my bad. I'm sorry if you're upset, Your Highness. Too soon, I guess? And who might you be?
I'm...
On second thoughts, I don't care.
Wow. You know this guy?
Truly the spooniest of bards.
His name is Orpheus. He was Musa's court minstrel. He wormed his way into my father's affections, then began embezzling funds at the earliest opportunity.
Aye, that'll get you exiled right enough. Can't say I'm surprised. The fellow's got bad apple written all over him.
I'm standing right here, you know. Look, the life of a groundbreaking artist doesn't come cheap. Honestly, it's so hard being amazing. You still don't get me at all, do you, Your Highness? Some things never change.
Do you really imagine I have the slightest interest in what you think of me after all that's happened? I have far more important things to worry about.
Wow. Tough crowd. Well, I know when I'm not wanted. Time to exit stage right. Come again soon, Your Highness. Thank you, and good night.
That guy's a real piece of work. Don't let him get to you, Gloria.
Oh, I don't intend to. I have neither the time nor the inclination. Now, shall we make our way to the palace?
Water level continues to rise. It's only a matter of time before this area too is submerged. Come again, you wish to make a gown using tails of a rock? This'll all be easier said than done, my friend. I enjoy a challenge. I'm not known as the miracle worker of Savalon for nothing. There, my finest piece of work to date. If the person who placed the order is not pleased with this, I'll eat my hat. But you're not wearing a hat, you're wearing a bandana of some sort. Better dress. Headband. Actually climb these stairs? Yes, I can. Though it's tempting to concentrate all of one's efforts on offensive strategies, any battle party worth its salt requires at least one member specializing in defense. The heavier the armor worn, the more likely the wearer is to be targeted. Making a member of your party the focus of enemy attacks in this way can be highly beneficial. As long as their defensive powerhouse stays standing, the rest of your team can concentrate on attacking and healing without fear of coming under attack themselves. It is as the wise men say, the best form of attack is often defense. The roundabout path is sometimes the quickest. Generally speaking, increasing one's defense with sturdy armor will also increase one's likelihood of being targeted by the enemy. This means the equipping party members with lighter armor can sometimes be a way of preventing them from being attacked. Of course, in the event they are attacked, they will be more heavily damaged. The technique is something of a double-edged sword. A gift is the best way to show one's affection, yes? Quest 17 say it with shells. Beautiful seashells can be found along the coast to the south. If you could find any, I would be grateful. Except... Savalon's kings do not wield absolute power. Instead, the realm is governed with the aid of a specially selected cadre of elders such as myself. The council is currently engaged in a series of emergency sessions seeking to resolve the crisis of the rising waters. Alas, despite many hours of debate, no solution has yet been agreed upon. This, sadly, is one of the disadvantages of this particular political system. You will not climb up high ever again, do you understand? If you fall, you will die. You are a dog, not a cat. Do not forget that. The spy police directly to the palace. Its doors are always open, even to those who are strangers to our kingdom. King Orion has always prided himself on his open mind, and is a voracious consumer of tales from foreign lands. Alas, His Majesty has not been well of late. May not currently be available for an audience. Blazing heat of the day is best avoided. This is why I prefer night duty. I wish to try and swim, but I'm afraid that my head will go under the water and I will not be able to breathe. I was not telling you grown-ups, we're not supposed to go near water at all. The gown is ready. Show me, show me. Simply marvelous. Just what I wanted. Everyone in the ball will be green with envy. Thank you so much for all you've done for me. You really are a gem. Report back. Quest 15. Many suspect the floods have been caused by the waterways that Bernard dug beneath the city. He does so love to throw the money he makes from the gaming hall around without a thought. But then had he not done so, he would never have been made elder. Yes, I suppose Orpheus is correct. Wait, Orpheus, correct? That cannot possibly be true. What in the world was it thinking? King of Savalon has two princes, Prince Castor and Prince Pollux. Castor, the older brother, has a brilliant mind, but has a reputation for being haughty and unapproachable. Pollux, on the other hand, has a common touch, but many question his qualities as a leader of men. Lord Bernard is currently busy. I'm unable to receive visitors, I'm afraid. I don't understand what happened. One moment I was demanding answers from Bernard, the next I was meekly returning home. It must have been Orpheus' words that caused my change of heart. Curse that silver-tongued snake. Spear obtained. Beyond lights, the dungeons, we're in hardened criminal swell. Is a place no ordinary citizen has any business entering. Wait, I can actually get near it. Beyond lighted dungeons, you are advised not to approach the hardened criminal serine. Not that I can, that guy's blocking the way. Am I gonna be arrested at some point? King Orion will not be granting any audiences today. Prince Castor will be performing his duties in his place. Prince Pollux is currently unavailable. Prince Castor, however, may be able to offer you an audience. I would never complain about my duties, but patrolling the palace is harder than many realize. It's such hot sweaty work, and now the kingdom is full of water. The temptation to jump in is almost irresistible.
Princess Gloria! It is a great relief to see you safe and well.
I am sorry if I caused you any undue concern, Prince Castor.
Please, there is no need to apologize. If I might ask, what became of you after the fall of your kingdom?
It is rather a long story, I'm afraid.
And so, we find ourselves here today. You believe Savalon's current troubles to have been caused by the water crystal?
I do, and I wondered if your honored father might know anything that could help us in investigating the matter further.
Your Highness, permit me to offer my deepest sympathies for all that has befallen you. Alas, our own realm is currently suffering grave troubles of its own. It saddens me to say this, but we are unable to offer any assistance.
Silence. That is not your decision to make. You must forgive Dromed his presumption. While his official title is that of Record Keeper to the court, he also serves in an unofficial capacity as an advisor. And what he says is not without truth. Our current situation is not a pleasant one. My honored father, the king, his whereabouts are currently unknown.
Goodness! Have you any idea what might have happened to him?
Sadly not. We had thought that he might have been kidnapped, but we have received neither a ransom demand nor contact of any other kind. We have also tried to notify my younger brother, Pollux, but since setting off on his tour of the nations of the world, he remains unreachable. The Council of Elders has been satisfied thus far with our tales of a sudden sickness, but it is only a matter of time before they begin asking questions.
I am ever so sorry. I pray with all my heart that he will be returned to you soon.
You are too kind, Princess Gloria. I will confer with the Council on the matter of the water crystal. Perhaps one of the Elders will know something.
That would be great, wouldn't it, Gloria?
You dare interject, servant? Have you no shame?
Oh, you misunderstand, Prince Castor. My friend here is no servant. He is a companion and trusted ally. I owe him my life.
Friend? Companion? A lowly commoner?
Oh, come now, Your Highness. If you continue to insult my comrades, I fear I shall have no choice but to take offense.
Offense? At what? He is a commoner, is he not? I merely call a spade a spade.
Prince Castor.
Forgive me, Your Highness. I spoke out of turn. Now, to return to the matter at hand. Dromed.
The city's various districts began to fill with water at different times, but it seems the trouble first began around 3 years ago.
3 years? And was it not 3 years ago that Musa was attacked? The council will be assembling shortly. We must consult with them on this matter right away. Please, if you would bear with us until then.
Of course, Your Highness.
Forgive the wait, Your Highness. Allow me to introduce Elders Cygnus and Bernard, right honorable members of the council.
Cygnus, Minister of Commerce at your service. A pleasure to make your acquaintance, Princess Gloria.
Bernard, Master of the Gaming Hall. It is an inestimable honor, Your Highness.
Prince Castor informs us that you seek knowledge of the water crystal.
We do indeed. I suspect that it might be the cause of the city having filled up with water. Might you know anything of such a connection?
Alas, the cause is somewhat more prosaic than that, Your Highness. I am afraid my men made a rather critical blunder while digging an underground waterway. In fact, you find us having just emerged from an emergency council meeting on that very subject.
And a very productive meeting it was, too. I must commend you on your ready acceptance of responsibility, Lord Bernard. To have offered to help in righting the mistake is further proof, if such were needed, of your unimpeachable character. This man is no crystal thief, Your Highness. You have my personal guarantee of that.
You honor me, Lady Cygnus.
Now, we must be getting on. The proposed countermeasures will require considerable planning if they are to go ahead. If you will excuse us.
Well, I guess what they're saying makes sense.
Perhaps. But if Bernard's waterways truly are the reason for the flooding, then there is one thing that strikes me as somewhat convenient. The gaming hall, his gaming hall, is one of the few places not afflicted, despite the vast quantities of water it uses.
Perhaps we had better go and take a look.
You will allow me to accompany you, I trust? If one of my subjects truly is connected to the disappearance of your kingdom's treasures, as a friend and ally, I cannot stand idly by.
Your help will be much appreciated, Your Highness.
And besides, I somewhat doubt the ability of this rabble to protect you. You are of noble birth, Lady Gloria. To associate so freely with the lowborn is...
Prince Castor.
Of course, Your Highness. Now is not the time to be casting aspersions on the quality of your companions. I hope you can all forgive me, and that I might prove to be of assistance.
I hope so too, Prince Castor.
All right. Looks like we're headed for the gaming hall.
Prince Castor is now accompanying the party. If His Highness wishes you to be allowed to search the city, far be it from me to deny you. I despise goblin archers. Okay, just kill a bunch of these guys, accept. Antidote. It's so sad, a real tragedy. Okay, borrow a book from the boy who likes reading. Young people today have no interest in books, but I cannot get enough. There's always something new to learn. Suddenly I've read all I possess. Please bring me a nice new book. 19. The Prince and the Paupers. Crikey, these snacks I bought are good. Hey, couldn't help yourself, huh? You kidding? I can't pass the stall and not buy something. Don't suppose you fancy a skewer, do you, Prince Castor? Or credit to your kingdom, I must say. I recommend the... Do not presume to speak to me. We are not friends. Hold on, pal. You were the one who asked to come along with us. I offered to accompany Princess Gloria. The commoners who trailed in her wake are of no interest to me. You know, Elvis isn't actually a commoner. His family's kind of a big deal. But the idea that this man is of any consequence at all is laughable. No person of quality would indulge in filthy street foods. And just look at him licking his fingers. Ugh. But you are noble, right, Elvis? What does it matter? I'm a connoisseur of tasty treats. That's all you need to know. Now, why don't you just admit you fancy a nibble, Your Highness? Heaven only knows how to get this coating so crispy. I not want a nibble, and certainly not of something you have mauled in such a fashion. Now, please not bother me again. Prince Castor. God, did you not hear what I said? You're going the wrong way. What? Then why do you not tell me so? Yeah, you're a one, Your Highness. Are we really gonna be able to get along with this guy? It was good of Gloria to stick up for us, wasn't it? Saying we were her friends, I mean. Some people seem to get really hung up on social status and stuff. It's nice to know she's not like that. Alright, let's take a wee look around this gaming hall, shall we? I'll be honest with you, I've always wanted to go. It's got a real reputation as a real pleasure palace. Gaming hall, so does that mean there's a casino mechanic? I have to earn tokens?
Someone! Please! You must help!
What's the matter, sir?
The one-eyed creature. It attacked us.
A one-eyed creature?
Yes. I escaped and came to seek help, but my friend is still in danger. Please, you must help him.
We would be glad to. Would we not?
Yeah, of course.
You would?
Just leave it to us. You go tell the city guard about what happened, okay?
Very well. And thank you.
It sounds as if we need to hurry.
Accepted. Defeat the one-eyed creature. Not very specific. I must apologize for Prince Castor's rudeness. He can perhaps be a little too proud of his status as a royal, but he's not a bad person at heart. I hope he can forgive his little outburst. I'll forgive him once he starts changing his ways. Though everything is being lost to the war. Houses, possessions, memories. The war keeps rising. We have no way of stopping it. Still, we are alive. For that, at least, we must be grateful. Ah, Goblin Archer, I need to slay you. Ah! Get back here.
Let me at him!
You did. You got rid of those infernal Goblin Archers. Truly, I hit the bullseye when I asked you for help, friend. Perhaps I can call on your aid again in the future. Report back. 18 completed. Huh, so the old boy in Savalon has you running errands for him, does he? Let me guess, he was going on about young people not reading, right? Well, the thing about him is that he might read a lot, but he never remembers a single word. I've lent him the books he's read before, and he'll swear blind it's the first time he's seen them. Still, he loves to read regardless, and as long as he's happy, I don't think it's a problem. Alright, something new, is it? And this one will probably do. Even if I have lent it to him before, he won't remember. Lightweight tome. Oh, so this is a fabulous new volume he has sent me. Well, it may be somewhat slim, but my eyes know quality when they see it. Yes, just holding it in my hands, I can sense that the most profound truths about life will be revealed within its pages. Alas, being an empty-headed youngster, sir, I fear its secrets will be beyond you, friend. But whatever your limitations, you succeeded heroically in doing as I asked. Perhaps when I have finished it, I will try to explain its contents to you in simple terms. You cannot wait, yes? Ho ho. One seashell obtained. Two seashells. Free seashell obtained. Okay, that's all of them. Look at these shells. They're beautiful. My beloved will adore them, I'm certain. Thank you so much. If the path of true love runs smooth, it will be all thanks to you. Naturally, I will tell her that I guarded them myself. You do not mind, do you?
Get yourself to safety. We'll deal with the monster.
Thank you.
This must be the one-eyed creature that man was referring to. Well, its reign of terror is about to come to an end. Come, let us fight!
Just a mob of enemies.
Come and get it!
All of them have been scanned before, but I don't have any bow users or any real or any non-healing light magic. Lower defense and lower magic defense, huh?
Okay, I'm going all in! Sorry, pal. On to the next one.
Your days are numbered. Sorcery strike you down. We must not grow complacent.
Let's see. Oh, face the dust. That'll do nicely.
My father once told me that he too was attacked by an Araman while visiting these parts. King Orion himself came to his aid. That was the beginning of the close bond between our two kingdoms. Savalon was suffering from a severe drought at the time. My father offered to return the favor by trying to help solve the water shortage. And that was how the idea for a new network of waterways beneath the city was born.
No way.
The people of Savalon have always thought the Araman to be a harbinger of calamity, but that fortune smiles on whoever can defeat one.
I guess things are looking up for us then.
I certainly hope so. Now, let's get back to the city and make sure everyone got home safely.
You're alive! Oh, thank the heavens.
We have been so terribly worried.
You saved my friend's life. How can we ever repay you?
Oh, don't be silly. It was our pleasure.
Forgive me, but are you Princess Gloria of Musa?
I am, yes. Have we met somewhere before?
Yes, Your Highness. About 5 years ago, you came to watch the soldiers practice their swordplay at the palace. I was among the ranks that day.
Sword practice? Oh, yes.
It was honor enough to be in your august presence, Your Highness. Little did I know that further honor awaited me. If I recall correctly, you were not content merely to watch and announced that you would participate. We soldiers were rather flustered. What if one of us were to injure a visiting royal? But you were not to be deterred, Your Highness. You strode out and immediately challenged the largest, strongest swordsman present and refused to back down.
I'd like to have seen that.
A member of the royal line must be prepared to fight on the front line should circumstances require it.
And any army would give its all with one such as you at its head, Your Highness.
We will ensure that all know it was by your hand that the Araman fell.
We are forever in your debt.
Quest completed. Gloria's idol. Your dad took his death seriously, huh, Gloria? Sticking around to help build an entire waterway system to say thanks for being rescued from that Araman was no small thing. He certainly always sought to do right by people. He believed that one should always keep one's promises, and that one should never abandon a friend in need. So that's where you get it from. Well, I'd say you learned your lesson pretty well. I'll bet you spent your whole time growing up trying to be just like him, huh? I did. Be compared with him it's nice, thank you. Speaking of thank yous, your lad here's not wrong. The Savalonians got one heck of a thank you from your old man. Yeah, I guess they wound up with more than their fair share of the good luck from that Araman. Speaking of which, we should be due a slice of good fortune ourselves. Hey, look! What is it, Adelle? I found a coin on the floor. Ching, guess this really is our lucky day. Really? That's all we get? One poxy coin? Lucky day my eye.
Whoa. I never expected to see a fountain like that in the middle of the desert.
Me neither. Talk about decadent. Not that I mind a little luxury, but you can have too much of a good thing.
Oof. They spared no expense in decking this place out, that's for sure.
Prince Castor, to what do we owe this inestimable pleasure? Well, might I ask what brings you here, Your Highness?
Princess Gloria was taking a tour of the city. I thought it would be rude not to offer to accompany her.
Ah, the life of a prince is a hard one, is it not? But I am forgetting myself. Allow me to introduce Anihel. The rustic charms of her performing menagerie have been entertaining our clientele of late. You will have to forgive her abysmal manners. I found her wandering the wilds, and it seems her upbringing was far from civilized. But tell me, Princess Gloria, how goes the search for the water crystal?
We haven't found it yet, but we will. You can be sure of that.
Oh, I do admire your optimism, but I can't help feeling that you'll never find it, no matter how hard you search. What would it take to convince you that it was not in Savalon, I wonder? An official edict to that effect from the prince, perhaps?
I doubt it. Not that I don't trust His Highness, of course, but I would prefer to confirm it for myself. After all, thieves have a habit of hiding things rather well, don't you find?
Well, then far be it from me to hinder you in your search. But please, do take care. Now, if you'll excuse me.
Well, no offense to our new friend, but I can't help thinking he's got something to hide.
Bernard's story is certainly impressive. He built the gaming hall and earned himself a place on the Council of Elders, and all in the space of a few years. There were certain rumors, of course, but what newly made man is not dogged by the chatterings of the jealous?
All the more reason to suspect him, says I. There's no smoke without fire.
Maybe that minstrel can tell us something. Orpheus, was it?
Couldn't hurt to ask. Is there anything you can tell us about him first, Gloria?
Well, if I were being kind, I might describe him as committed to his craft. If I were feeling less generous, I'd say he was a raving egomaniac.
Remind me not to get on your bad side. But that's good to know. We might be able to use it to our advantage. Let's track him down and see, shall we?
High-stakes gambling, spectacular stage shows, and some of the best food and drink I've ever tasted. This place is heaven itself, heh? Thank goodness I've decided to become a traveling merchant, or I never have a chance to sample at all. The proprietor of the gaming hall was kind enough to lend me some money to keep playing. He said he did not like to see patrons going home having lost. What a fine charitable gentleman. I shall be trying doubly hard to win now, and spend more money at this place. I think you will be pleasantly surprised by the variety of drinks available here in the desert. You must try the local specialty. It is made with the bendy yellow fruits of a certain tree. It may not sound very appetizing, but I assure you, it has a taste that is simply unique. Why not try a glass? Many of the continent's major trade routes across the Savalonian desert are said has been a meeting place for merchants since ancient times. The money and the knowledge they bring with them is the very lifeblood of our kingdom. 740 PG. Oh, and the money I was supposed to spend on stock has all gone. This is a disaster. I have to win it back. Quick, smart. Oh, a secret path. Clothespin. Prince Castor, please, you may pass, of course. Oh, I didn't realize Castor himself was right here. You intend to pursue Orpheus, and you had better not tarry here. Oh dear, what am I to do? That man of mine has gone off about his lunch. Deliver lunch to ruins? Savalon becomes considerably cooler once the sun goes down, thank goodness. Nevertheless, this is no time to stand around chatting. We must track Orpheus down and find out what he knows. If Bernard's some kind of big-time criminal, there's no point expecting him to answer our questions. No, we'll need to be a bit sly ourselves, I reckon. Guess we'll have to go ask that Orpheus creep some questions. He's definitely up to no good, there's no doubt about that.
It's him.
Orpheus, where are you going?
Whoa! Why are you trying to pin me down? I'm a seeker, man. A poet. I go where the muse takes me. Wherever the wind blows, whenever the spirit moves me, that's my destination, baby.
Uh-huh. So, where are you going?
I'm wasted on you, you know that. Anyway, I don't have to tell you anything. You're impossible. Fine. I'm off to the sand-swept ruins to bring a certain very special story to an end. Go on, go running off to Bernard and tell him like I know you will.
Okay.
Jeez, I know better than anybody that a true artist needs dedicated fans, but why does Bernard keep the kid around? Loyalty's good and everything, but that kind of puppy dog stuff could really cramp a guy's style. Well, look who it is. Ahem. Oh, she's the tragic princess of a long-lost land, and she cries a river while she stomps the sand. Will her crystal questing ever reach an end, or will she die for duty here without a friend? Ooh, yeah. You gotta love the sad ones. That's a classic in the making and no mistake.
This guy's starting to remind me of Simeon from Octopath Traveler. He's gonna set up a tragedy with us as the stars.
Oh, hey, Princess Gloria. I didn't see you there. Listen, I've got a dash, but I'd love to talk to you sometime about what it feels like to lose an entire kingdom. It'd make one heck of a song.
He knew we were here.
He certainly did. And judging by his song, he knows something about the crystals, too.
Do you not get the feeling he's leading us a little by the nose?
So what if he is? No harm in playing along, right? Then, when we get the chance, we turn the tables and squeeze him for everything he knows.
Prince Castor, do you know the place he mentioned?
Yes, the ruins are to the south of the city. I will lead the way.
Thanks for tuning in to this Let's Play of Bravely Default 2. If you enjoyed, please leave a like, subscribe, and or hit the bell icon.